Hello everyone, Miss Rita here. Today in this video of Geometry Standard 9, we are going to solve revision worksheet of chapter number 1 and 2. Now let's start. Question number 1 is given. Choose the correct alternative answers for each of the following questions. MCQ are given here. The first one is given, how many midpoints does a segment have? As we know, the segment have only one midpoint. The second one answer is, how many points are there in the intersection of two lines? When the two lines are intersected, then how many points are there? One. Only 1 points are there. How many lines are determined by three distinct points? So here three distinct points is given, but it is not mentioned it is collinear and non-collinear. If it is collinear, then one line can be drawn. If 3 points are non-collinear, then 3 lines can be drawn. So answer is 1 or 3. The number of angles formed by a transversal of two lines is 8. When the two parallel lines are drawn and the transversal is made, total 8 angles are formed. Two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal. If the measure of one of the angle in the pair of alternate interior angle is 75, then the measure of the other angle is also what? 75. As we know that alternate interior angles are congruent. Understood? Now let's move to the question number 2. Solve the following. The first one is given in the figure. The value of y is given 108 degree and the x is given 71 degree. The lines are M, the line M and N parallel, justify. The figure is given. Line M, N is given and L is a transversal. So here x and y is given. First of all we will write the given information. Then we will write to prove. What we have to prove here? That the line M is parallel to line N. Proof. X plus y equal to 180 degree. They are forming what? Interior angle. We will substitute the value. X value is 71, y value is 108. So here we get total is 179, which is not equal to 180 degree. Therefore line M is not parallel to line N by interior angle test. What test we have taken? Interior angle. If the answer come 180 degree, then we can say they are parallel, but the answer not came same. So we are saying here line M is not parallel to line N. Understood? Now next question is given. Point P is the midpoint of segment AB. If AB equal to 9, then find the length of AP. So here point P is the midpoint of the segment AB. We have to write first because it is a very important point. Now AP, if you see, length of AP will be the half of length of AB. So we'll substitute the value of AB. 2 1 is 2. 2 how many is 9? 2 4.5 is 9. We can divide 9 by 2. So here we get the value what? 4.5 units. Understood? Now the next question is given. If the coordinate of A is x and B is y, if the coordinate of A is x and B is y, find the distance of AB. So x value is given 4, y value is given minus 8. So we'll write a statement. The coordinate of point A is x, that is 4. The coordinate of point B is y, that is minus 8. So here positive number is greater than the negative number. It means 4 is greater than minus 8. So when we are taking the difference between the two distance, we take first bigger number minus then smaller number. So bigger number is 4 minus and the smaller number is minus 8. We'll take in the bracket. We'll open the bracket, minus minus plus. So 4 plus 8 became 12. Therefore the distance between the point A and B, we get 12 units. Okay, here we'll write units. Now the fourth one, the opposite angle formed by two intersecting lines are of equal measure. So here when two lines are intersected, so opposite angles are formed. So here we have to prove that the opposite angles are congruent. So the first we have to write line AB and the line CD intersect each other at the point O such that AOB is collinear and DOC is also collinear. Collinear means they come in the same line. Here we have to prove that angle AOC is equal to angle BOD. Second, we have to prove angle AOD is equal to angle BOC. So here we need to give proof. Now we will take angle AOC plus angle AOD equal to 180 degree. Give the number 1. They are forming angles in a linear pair. Now we will take angle AOD plus angle BOD equal to 180 degree. Give the equation number 2. They are also forming angles in linear pair. From first and second we get the first one we have what? Angle AOC plus angle AOD. The second we have angle AOD plus angle BOD. Here we eliminate what? What is eliminate we can do here? Angle AOD. Eliminate means we have to cut. So here we get angle AOC equal to angle BOD by eliminating the angle AOD. Similarly, we can prove the angle BOC and angle AOD are equal. Understood? The next question is given. Write the following statement in if-then form, means conditional form. The diagonals of a rectangle are congruent. Answer is if the given quadrilateral is rectangle, comma, then the diagonals are congruent. Before then, you have to put comma. Got it? The second one, the opposite angle of a parallelogram are congruent. Parallelogram have the 4 vertices. This is also like a quadrilateral figure. If the given quadrilateral is parallelogram, then the opposite angles are congruent. Now question number 6. In the figure, side of angle PQR and the angle XYZ are parallel to each other. Prove that angle PQR is common to angle XYZ. Where is he? First of all, it is given the side of a angles are parallel. So PQ is parallel to XY, ray QR is parallel to ray YZ. Here we have to prove angle PQR is common to angle XYZ. So construction will do. We will draw the ray YZ intersect ray PQ at M such that PMQ and ZYM they are collinear. So line NZ is parallel to ray QR and PQ is transversal. So here we can say PMZ is congruent to angle PQR. So it gives the equation number 1, corresponding angle they are forming. Same way we can do ray PQ is parallel to ray XY and the NZ is transversal. So here we can write PMZ is common to angle XYZ, give the equation number 2, corresponding angles. So from first and second we get PMZ is common to PQR and PMZ is common to XYZ also. PMZ is common, so we can say angle PQR is common to angle XYZ. Hence proved. So here figure is given. This figure we have to draw. Okay. Now the next one, if PQ is given 7 cm, QR is given 4 cm and PR is given 5.4 cm. Compare the segment. We can compare the segment by the given length. So here if you see which is the biggest length, 7 cm, then 5.4 cm and 4 cm. We'll arrange these numbers in descending order. 7 is greater than 5.4, 5.4 is greater than 4 cm. So 7 cm is the value of segment PQ, 5.4 cm is the value of segment QR, 4 cm is the value of segment PR. This way we can say segment PQ is greater than segment PR and segment PR is greater than QR. I hope you have understood. And thank you for watching this video.